All right, so let's have a bit of a discussion today about marketing options. We all could use more clients, right? The question is, what's the best way to go about finding them? There are a million different options out there. There are referral networks, lead generation services. Obviously, attorneys build their own referral networks. Let's be honest, referral business is the best kind of business. The biggest obstacle we usually have in acquiring a client beyond finances, it comes down to trust. When clients don't know us, we have this big barrier to overcome. It's not our fault, but it could be argued that the legal profession is the least trusted profession in the history of mankind. I think that's a safe statement to make. I have 3 kids. Every kids show or movie that I've ever seen, if there is an attorney, they are a shark or a snake or an alligator, something predatory and horrible, something to be feared. Although they need our help, when clients come to us, that's the place that they're living in. They're living in that fear that we're going to be dishonest, that we're going to take advantage of them and bilk them out of their money, right? So referral business is the best because it removes that dynamic. But what is the biggest restraint for referral business? Growth. You're pretty much capped at the capacity and capability of your referral network. So if you go into your year-end meeting and say,
I want to triple my revenue next year.
When you're relying on a referral network for all of your business, that's a difficult thing to do. Are you going to increase your referral network by 3-fold? Sometimes it takes an entire career to build up that network to where it's handing us a healthy volume of cases. What about growth? When you're ready to move into a space where you're seeking growth, invariably, you're going to have to come into the marketing space. There are so many options that in the time we have today, I'm not going to give a super detailed run through of each, but there are some things to be on the lookout for, and there are some risks that might not be worth taking. So just to cover a couple of those quick things today. The first is a contract. So if you're engaging in a service with a contract, what does that mean to us as attorneys, particularly? That you're stuck working with someone whether you like it or not. So the very first thing I caution attorneys on when they're looking to grow their business, when they're shopping for a marketing source, is, do they have a contract? If so, I strongly recommend steering away from that because, again, as a professional, the last thing you want to do is work with someone that is not aligned with the visions, benefits, and values of your firm. So steer clear of contracts. That's number 1. Number 2, are they charging you a deposit? It's a misnomer that all of us attorneys are like Scrooge McDuck, swimming in a pool of money. That's usually not the case. We're usually working pretty hard to make ends meet and to provide for our families. And so prepaying a deposit without having any assurances about the quality of the service is also a pretty large risk to take. And it puts us in a really unfavorable position as professionals where we're putting money down and then chasing. And it's very stressful. It puts you in a negative spot with the service provider. There's a lot of tension and stress there because if things don't go well immediately, there's the tendency to pull the plug. We are a risk-averse profession, right? Know thyself. We don't like risk. It's our job to avoid it. So prepaying for your marketing is a risk that might not be worth it unless you are 100% certain this is the direction that you want to go in. Another aspect of marketing to keep an eye out for is, are there any assurances? Is there a safety net? Do you have a guarantee that you're going to be profitable with this particular marketing source? There are a number of service providers out there that have guarantees, that have that safety net. I strongly recommend seeking those out. And then also, are they going to support you? How does the service work? Do you sign up, spend some money, and then they kick you off a cliff and say, hey, good luck. I hope everything goes well with your firm? That's a pretty dangerous place to operate in. By and large, most of us don't go to law school to become salespeople. As a matter of fact, most attorneys that I speak to, when you mention our profession in that capacity, they bristle. I'm not a salesperson. I'm not a salesperson. If you own your own firm, I have news for you. You are a salesperson first. And then if that all goes great, you get to be an attorney after that. There's sometimes a disconnect in our skill set. We're skilled litigators. We're skilled advisors. But do we have the business acumen to know whether or not the marketing source that we're engaging with is effective? Do we have the business acumen to know exactly what the potential clients that come through that marketing source, what they're going to see, what their response is going to be to the print or the images that they see? And so seek out marketing services that provide that support. There are services that provide training, support, give you account representatives that work with you closely. Seek those out and utilize those, because that can make you a better practitioner, a better business person. I say this all the time. We're professional students. It is our job to continue to learn what's working in the industry, what's helping more clients, what's helping more attorneys provide for their families and be more profitable. So I strongly encourage you to seek out marketing sources that are aligned with your goals, your vision of your firm, and the economic barriers that you face as a practitioner and as a business owner. I'm really curious to hear what services you're using out there, what things are working for you, what's not working for your firm to grow your business. Do me a favor and drop that into the comments below, and take a second to like and subscribe. And we'll see you in the next video.